Can you imagine an extremely smart person whose plans changed the course of history and the outcome of fights without sacrificing any of his soldiers? Subutai, born the son of a blacksmith, worked his way up and planned some of the Mongol Empire's most impressive victories. It was in 1175 that Subutai was born in the area that is now Mongolia, west of the upper Onon River. Subutai was from the famous 꽍ᴜʀ clan, which is linked to the great Temujin, also known as Genghis Khan. This link wasn't just a friendship, but a web of unwavering love and shared fate. Subutai's family, especially his older brother 𝙎̀ᴜ, fully backed Temujin in his goal to bring the Mongolian plateau together. A turning point in the story of union happened when 𝙎̀ᴜ bravely saved Temujin, who was severely hurt. The well-known secret history of the Mongols also talks about Qiaoquan, another brother. The title Dog of War was given to Subutai by Genghis Khan himself to honor his exceptional combat skills. The important win he had at Huan in 1212 set the stage for a string of great accomplishments. Subutai wasn't just a fighter, he was also an inventor who knew how important engineers were in battle. His innovative use of siege engines in open battle, which was based on Chinese military strategy, had never been seen before. At the Battle of Mohi, Subutai showed how smart he was when it came to strategy. He used huge stone throwers to break down Hungarian crossbowmen's defenses and make room for his troops, which was an early example of how Westerners used artillery. He showed how flexible he was as a soldier when he built homemade bridges under heavy fire to get away from his enemies. Subutai fought in a very broad way. He made the defeated people part of his army because he knew how useful their unique skills were, especially in engineering. His vast network of intelligence agents had gathered important details about his enemies long before any fight took place. He could adapt his strategy to the enemy, the terrain, and the weather because he was amazing at planning ahead. Additionally, Subutai was very good at maneuver warfare, and he used light cavalry for ambushes, feints, and quick strikes. On the orders of Genghis Khan, Subutai led a brave operation to subdue the Merkids that changed the world in the 1300s. It was easy for them to win along the Chu River and in the wild Kipchak land. The story of these wins took a dramatic turn when Muhammad II of Khwarizm attacked Subutai with courage. The fierce fight along the Irgis showed Subutai's unwavering determination as his strategists kept his armies from giving up. Genghis Khan, along with his troops, kept going west as he sought revenge on the Khwarizm Empire for killing Mongol messengers. The Mongols, led by Subutai, were outnumbered, but they beat their enemies in a series of important battles by being smart and quick on their feet. Muhammad II's rule in a small fishing town came to an end when he got sick and had to run away to Persia. After his military adventures took him to Azerbaijan, he came up with a bold plan to surround the Caspian Sea and trick the Cumans and wild Kipchaks during the harsh winter. The Alans and Don Kipchak's Cumans were pushed to the edges of the battlefield and beaten by Subutai's military and diplomatic brilliance, which led to a huge victory along the Khalkha. After losing in Volga-Bulgar territory, Subutai was able to get back together with Genghis Khan and use more troops to grow Mongol power. The wars against the Jin dynasty and Xia showed how important Subutai was to Mongol military tactics. Genghis Khan's work along the Upper Wei River and later, his fights against the Jin showed that the Mongols were determined to conquer, even though he died in battle. Even though they had a rough relationship that led to more Mongol wars, Subutai showed how smart he was at strategy as he maneuvered through the battle's complexities, working with the Song to destroy Jin fortresses. Subutai's influence was strengthened even more by Ögedei Khan's work in the west. It was under his leadership that the Kipchaks and Bulgars were defeated. The winter strikes on Ryazan and Vladimir Suzdal, which set the stage for the Mongol invasion of the Russian Empire and beyond, showed how well he planned everything. Before the big offensive into Central Europe, Galich Vladimir was attacked out of the blue, and important towns were taken quickly. The great leadership of several groups under Subutai's direction led to a string of victories that wiped out Hungary and marked the peak of the Mongol conquest of Europe. The only thing that stopped the operation was Ögedei's death, which kept Vienna and Central Europe from getting even worse. Because he knew a lot about world politics, he sent spies into Hungary, Austria, and Poland to set the stage for an invasion that would shake Europe to its core. Subutai, the real planner, guided a multifaceted attack that wiped out the Russian principalities and went deep into Hungary, even though Batu Khan was officially in charge. The Mongols set a trap for the Hungarians in the plains of Mohi by strategically retreating and lying. The Hungarians were out in the open on the plain, but Subutai had a well-thought-out plan for the battlefield, so he used the terrain to his advantage by hiding his men in the woods. The Battle of Mohi began with a surprising attack at night. It turned into a violent battle near the 𝙎ᴜ River. Subutai's unique military plan was shown when he used catapults to fight back against the Hungarian crossbowmen. Subutai used subtle psychological warfare to get the Hungarians to run into a muddy death trap by making a hole in the Mongol lines on purpose. This move spread out the Hungarian troops, making them easy for the Mongol archers to hit. Subutai was very smart about how to win battles with few casualties. After the battle, the Hungarian army was wiped out, and the Mongols only suffered a few casualties. In Subutai's last years, there were big plans to expand the Mongol gains into the Holy Roman Empire. However, Ögedei Khan's death stopped the invasion of Europe. As was the Mongol tradition, Subutai put choosing a new great Khan ahead of taking over more lands, even though he wanted to do so. When he was 72 years old, Subutai died peacefully near the 𝙬ᴜ River. In his last years, he led a war against Song China to show how much he loved the Mongol Empire. His descendants, who were respected commanders for many years, passed on his legacy of great strategic knowledge and its big impact on the Mongol Empire. So that is all the time we had today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon on your way out. See you all next time.